And we are a group of 4 people. Here you can see us. Actually on the stage there are just 3 of us, not because we fired the 4th one, but just because he wasn't able to get here over the weekend. 3 of us are engineers, and then we have one IT expert. What we want to propose you is a new concept in software designing. Basically, companies, and in particular industries, are struggling a lot in order to increase the performance of their own products. They are trying to style it better in order to have like an easier way to compete with other companies. In order to achieve their goals, they use some softwares which are very often expensive and very difficult to use. And with these softwares, they can get feedbacks and they can know the performances. In this picture, we can see the performances of a Formula 1 car calculated by a CFD software, computational fluid dynamics software. You can carry on. The market about this type of software is quite big. Currently, it is about 750 millions, and it is growing quite fastly. Over the last 12 years, has been growing at about 13% per year, so it's very fast. The main actors in this market are 2 of them, ANSYS and StartUp. They deal with fluid dynamics simulations mainly, and obviously there are many others. The situation in this market is that most of these companies, they just sell the license. You can buy the license, you install the software in your machine, and then, so you need to have a machine. Our idea, what we can do more than them, you can carry on, is offer a cloud services on top of a software. So we don't provide only the software to do the simulation, but we also provide the system, okay, the hardware where you can run the simulation. It's on us. And in order to get to this system, you can use our web-based interface to interact with our server. In this way, you can also access the results of your simulation, or your PC simulation, everywhere in the world you are, and you can, at the end of the day, increase the productivity of your company, and obviously increase the performances of your products and the design of them. We can have a small preview of what we have at the moment. We have this very simple interface. At the moment, there are just 2 or 3 buttons you can click. And by launching the post-processor, we can actually already see some results we did for you. Actually, we would have liked to show them, let's say, on time, but it took us 5 hours to get the results. So it would be impossible to show you in 5 seconds all the simulations. But this is a Boeing 737 we simulated during the weekend, and these are the results. As you can see, you can actually analyze the flow on it and actually increase the performance of the Boeing 737 if you wish. Carry on, please. So these are the libraries we are thinking of implementing. And the percentage you see at the bottom of each of these ellipsoids is the situation. This, like the mathematical libraries, is about 60% on what we have in our mind. And that's the situation. You can move on. And this is the development of the software in the next 3 years. Obviously, there will be a huge amount of development in the computational fluid dynamics section, but we're also thinking about expanding in the other section, like thermal, but also mechanical and something else in the future. What we want to do, we want to do a kind of release in 1 year's time, but we're also thinking about having 6 months testing online on the market reply about this scheme, about having a web-based solution in order to design new products. And obviously, at the same time with the release, and a little bit in advance actually, we're going to start a marketing and sales strategy in order to get to customers. We will also try to play a little bit with numbers and to know how many customers do we need in order to keep a balance between incomes and outcomes. And the number is not that much high. We just need 200 customers, and we need about 50 simulations per customers. We need them to pay just 3,500 euros per year in order to get a balance between the income and outcomes of a company which is supposed to be of 4 developments, 2 commercial, 1 market, and 1 manager or administration guy. You can move on. And this is from the customer point of view. How much does a customer spend now for this type of software? Licensing was supposed to be about 1535. This is supposed to be
engineering solutions for small companies, Flumen.